Who's ready for a night of delicious debauchery? Happy New Year's Eve and welcome. This is the Thrift Store Rundown, bringing YouTube home on a budget, and since this is the final video of 2018 here on TSR, I wanted to end here on a sweet and sour, tangy and spicy, moist and tender, flavorful, and above all, drunken note. Munchies! Late night meals from the world's best chefs from the YouTube channel of the same name, one of Vice's channels, with all the recipes coming from their series, Chef's Night Out. I like the how-to series best, but I think you ought to check out Chef's Night Out, huh? Here is Vice with Munchies, late night meals from the world's best chefs.
Munchies time!
Oh my god.
At Munchies, we like to eat.
It's sex in your mouth.
Cook. And hang out with our friends.
Who's hungry?
So now the fun begins.
We have followed the best chefs on nights out.
We're off, baby. Guys, it's already 12 now.
But what we really like is seeing what they make and eat after hours.
Time to feed the people.
The comfort food they make for their friends and themselves when they're off duty.
I'm gonna make some toasted sandwiches with Christmas ham.
I'm too drunk to fry the pork chops.
This is halal fried rice with pork belly.
We're doing a poutine bar, like a big old buffet.
Whoa! So this is real Munchies style. Real Munchies life right here.
This is Munchies.
This is Munchies all the way.
Finally, in one awesome collection, the Munchies Cookbook, the first cookbook from Vice. The book includes 65 recipes from 70 top chefs. From fried chicken fried rice to soft-shell crab sliders, the recipes in this book are what chefs and you really want to eat morning, noon and night. And there's a foolproof hangover recipe too, just in case you're up cooking all night. Munchies late night meals from the world's best chefs.
Whoa! That's what's up.
Now available at major booksellers.
This is by J.J. Good and Helen Hollyman, and the editors of Munchies, and it is published by 10 Speed Press, California, and New York. And ain't no better time to review this than on New Year's Eve, because while we're all anticipating the ball drop, whether you had a few too many, one too many, or none too many, we're all somewhat dreading the morning after, January 1st, New Year's Day. That's when we all head back into reality, or at the very least, the beginning of going back into reality on January 2nd. Whether you're looking for party food to share with friends or a glimpse into the creative process of the world's top culinary talents, Munchies has stories and recipes to satisfy any craving. Drinks to get the party started, plenty of things with tortillas and cheese, plus classy and trashy dishes for the bleary-eyed next day, all packed into one raucous cookbook. And when they say any craving, you better believe they mean any craving. We're talking mac and cheese, fried chicken, chicken wings, fried rice, pad thai, drunken noodles, tacos, pizza, quesadillas, grilled cheese sandwiches, and breaded pork chop sandwiches. Bone-in and deep-fried, mind you. This is no foie gras and caviar idiocy. This is drunken comfort food of the highest standard. And Mario Batali's foreword certainly helps out that case. Even though most people would want to disregard that. But I think we shouldn't. Yes, because of its current status, we would want to disregard it. But, you do you. I would pay attention to it because it really sets you up for one of the finest drunken comfort food cookbooks you're ever going to want to pick up in terms of late night antics that have to do within the culinary arena. I offer 3 highlights for this cookbook. One is the Ton Sandwich. 2 of them are related to each other. This is one of them, the Ton Sandwich. I offer this for anyone who has a bit too much lip service to offer up at any social gathering, New Year's Eve or otherwise, for anybody's good taste, tolerance, or judgment. Just kidding. For this, you'll need 1 2¼ pound beef tongue cleaned by your butcher. If you're not into tongue, like most people aren't, how about a triple tier of poutine, the national dish of our northern neighbors. Poutine your way from New York, Austin, Texas, and Los Angeles, California. They offer up a recipe for classic poutine and 2 variations. Chicken tikka poutine and goat poutine with red-eye gravy. 3 poutines, 2 pages. Here's the chicken tikka poutine, I assume in the middle. the goat version with red-eye gravy. On the left and on the right is your classic poutine. And here we have ton chili nachos. I told you 2 of these recipes were related because they both use ton. And again, I offer this for anyone who offers up a bit too much lip service for anybody's tolerance. Just kidding. For this you'll need 2 pounds of ground beef ton. Ask your butcher to do it for you, or you can substitute ground beef or veal in place of the ton. But you will be losing serious foodie street cred if you do. Munchies has a beautiful premise. You get to see not only what chefs actually like to eat late at night, at the end of a long shift, but also who they are. In this cookbook, you'll find the recipes that are expressions of these moments, with some of the world's best cooks channel their toil and liberation on a plate. And here is a listing of some of those chefs. Retail price is $30 US, $40 in Canada. To find out how much I paid for this, check out my unboxing of this cookbook. Video is below in the description box. Braden Olsen's photography of all the recipes in this cookbook is just as off the food chain as Justin Hager's illustrations of all the restaurateurs featured in this cookbook and on Chef's Site Out. And this is one of 2 cookbooks that they have, the other being Bon Appetit. If you didn't guess by the title of that one, it's Cooking with Mary Jane. And I have it on good authority that Snoop Dogg would rap the phrases of that. And so would Martha Stewart. You better believe that this is drunken cooking at its absolute finest. The biting wit and commentary of the editors at Munchies is just as delicious as the photographs in this cookbook. And in regards to the poutine, they say it's the most delicious thing to come out of Canada since Ryan Gosling. In my opinion, it's the most delicious thing to come out of Canada since Shay Mitchell. Those of you who follow me long enough will know exactly who I'm talking about. Because this might be a little too extreme for some gentler palates, I give this a 4 out of 5. Still, the amount of foodie street cred you're gonna get with this is impossible for me to describe even with the use of my tongue intact. Simply put, here's a warning. Caveat emptor, caveat emptor. Let the buyer beware that there is no frou-frou nonsense in here. This is real food from real chefs, all packed into one real deal cookbook for any party or any time you want to get real with your food. The food that you want to make and eat. Thanks for watching. We wish you a happy new year with delicious and safe debauchery ahead. And by the way, check out my friend David's New Year's Day Countdown live on DRN 91 tonight at 11:50 Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be his first attempt to do it live. He's done it for the past 7 years, pre-recorded. So check that out. That's the Thrift Store Rundown, rating YouTube home on a budget. Subscribe to Munchies and subscribe to this channel for a lot more debauchery to come, drunken or otherwise, in 2019 and beyond.